Hey guys, welcome back. I got some video of this job I did today. It was a simple exhaust repair. Had to do a little bit of cutting to get rid of some of the old rusty pipe. Cut and made a little adapter piece just to fill the gap, welded it all together. Pretty simple and straightforward repair. I think it took me about an hour in the shop. So, you know, not a major repair by any stretch of the imagination, but I had the opportunity to get the camera where I could get some really good, you know, video of where I was actually working and what I was actually doing. So, you know, you'll have to forgive some of my videos from the shop when I'm at work, because as some of you may not realize, I am not self-employed. I do work for a shop. So when I'm taking these videos, I am, you know, somebody is paying me to be there and paying me to work, so I don't have the opportunity to take a whole lot of time to set the camera up and move the camera to get a better shot or get a better angle. So I have to set the camera up and then try and edit the video to get the best video that I can out of the footage that I was able to shoot, while not taking away from my job performance. And, you know, this particular job, where it was located on the vehicle, gave me a great spot where I could set the camera where you could see where I was working the whole time. But while you guys were watching this today, I wanted to touch on something that I saw another YouTuber, Chucky2009, posted a video the other day on tips for running a successful welding business. And I wanted to touch on some of the things that he had in his video, and I'm going to post a link to his video so that you guys can check it out. It'll be down in the description at the bottom of the, you know, underneath the video. So please go check out his channel. He has some really awesome videos up there. Really neat stuff, some of the stuff he does. And one of the things that I wanted to touch on that he talked about in his video, you know, for me, I call it side work, but basically it's, you know, the work that any of us do in the evenings or in the weekends in our off time, where we're making a little extra cash that we can put straight in our pocket. In his case, you know, he runs his own shop, so if somebody shows up on a Saturday and wants something done, or shows up in the evenings and wants something done, I don't know if you necessarily call that side work, but it's still taken out of his personal time. And where I wanted to touch on was, you know, 10 years ago, 5-10 years ago, I'd take all the side work I could get. That was how I made my extra cash, to live a little bit more comfortably and to keep some, you know, be able to put some stuff back for the future and whatnot. But now, my wife and I, we've gotten to a point where between the two of us, we make enough money from our normal 9-to-5 jobs that we don't have to do work on the evenings or in the weekends. I don't. You know, I don't, and she would do extra work. You know, she would do extra work, and we don't necessarily have to do that anymore. So we like to take that time to pursue the interests, the things that we enjoy, to spend time with our kids, to, you know, take care of projects around the house that we want to get done. And we do have other, you know, we have other things going on as well. So it's nice not to have to do that anymore. Now, I still will help people out on occasion. You know, somebody that doesn't have a whole lot of money and they're trying to make ends meet and they just need something fixed. Yeah, I'll fix it for them on the weekends or in the evening, and I'll charge them a little bit to, you know, pay for my time, and maybe I can take my wife out to a nice dinner or something when we're done, or we can just a little bit of extra pocket money for the week, that sort of thing. But I don't do nearly the amount that I used to, just because I don't need to anymore. But there's a lot of people, especially in the skilled trades, that's what they do. But you know, you can't. What he made the comment in his video was, you can't, and I agree with him. You can't exactly expect us to, just because you don't necessarily want to go to the shop and pay, you know, go to a repair shop and pay $70 to $100 an hour for labor to have it worked on during the week. you know, you can't expect us to want to take time out of our weekends to fix something for you for less money just because that's what we do. So, you know, with that being said, he also made some really good points about, especially if you're thinking about getting into doing something on your own. Doesn't matter what business you're in, but especially I think it applies to the skilled trade fields, carpentry, you know, any of the skilled trade fields, was how to, you know, dealing with customers. And I think anybody in the skilled trades can tell you the same thing. We have our customers that are just absolutely awesome. You couldn't ask for better. And I think anybody can tell you that. You have the people that get a hold of you, they got something they want done, and in my case, you know, they have a vehicle, they bring it to me, they say, or they, you know, bring it to our shop, my boss's shop, and they say, hey, look, this is what it's doing, this is what's going on with it. Take a look at it. If you find whatever you find wrong, give me a price, let me know. And you call them and they go, yeah, that's fine. They don't care. It's not about what it costs, it's about getting the job done, making the vehicle right, making it reliable, and they're happy. They don't really care what you charge them as long as you do the job and you do it right, and they'll be happy, and they'll come back and they'll bring their friends to you. You know, those are the great customers that there just aren't enough of, unfortunately. And then the downside to that is you have the opposite end of the spectrum that, you know, they come in and they want you to do the bare minimum to keep that vehicle on the road, or, you know, depending on what trade you're in, to fix their problem. And they want you to do it as cheap as possible. They don't, you know, they when you get done with it, you know, they say, oh, well, I'm not going to have the money to pay you. You know, they don't tell you up front. They wait till you're done with the job and they tell you, oh, well, I'm not going to have the money for 2 weeks, or I can give you half now and half in a week. And you end up having to spend twice as much time trying to chase them down to get the rest of your money as you did doing the job. And those are the customers that it's just almost not worth working for, because really at the end of the day, the time you spent trying to chase them around to get your money out of them, you could have taken that time and done other jobs and made even more money. So, you know, he touches on being able, you know, kind of picking and choosing your jobs as well, which I think any shop, or, you know, any kind of trade, if you have a good customer base, you can, to some extent, pick and choose the jobs that you want to do, the jobs you don't want to do. You know, that kind of thing. He also talked about how to protect yourself. You know, waivers and things that, you know, having your customers sign as far as the warranties on the jobs that you do. And all those things that he touched base on, they really do apply to any type of trade. So again, like I said, you know, if you get the chance, take a minute, watch his video. It really is a good video. He really does touch on some topics that are really prevalent to, you know, people who are trying to start a business or trying to, you know, thinking about it. So with that being said, you can take a minute. Hopefully you'll learn something. Check out some of his other videos while you're there, because he does some really interesting videos. And he really is good at it. So take a minute, check him out. Now, you know, this particular job, I'm finishing it up now. It actually turned out really, really nice. You know, I will say this particular vehicle had some challenges trying to get positioned to do some of the welding work on it, because it wasn't so much tight up where I had to weld, but it was just difficult to get in a good position where you could get your hands where they needed to be to get everything lined up right. But all in all, it turned out really nice. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please take a minute, give me a thumbs up down in the bottom. Go ahead and click that button. Maybe grab yourself a snack, sit down, check out some of the other videos on my channel. While you're at it, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and you know, let me know what you think. If you like the video, toss me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know let me know your thoughts on the video. So I hope you guys have a nice day.
There we go.
Enjoy the video. Thank you for watching.
That's all there is to it.